It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. A good one coming up here in the NFC North. So great to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, love this division. Geographic proximity, legacy, physicality. It's all that you love about football, and all the teams in this division really have some positives going for their franchises.
I think this is one of the more intriguing divisions across the entire league, right? On one hand, Mike, you have Detroit, you have Green Bay. They have their long-term answer at quarterback, and when you have that box checked, you have a chance at the playoffs every single year. And then the other remaining teams, did Minnesota draft the quarterback of the future? Did Chicago draft their quarterback of the future? If they can answer yes to those questions, the NFC North becomes one of the top and most competitive divisions in all of NFL football.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, Mike. I mean, he has that intriguing skill set that has the potential to develop into something pretty special over time. There's undoubtedly going to be some growing pains. That's expected. But I'm excited to see what he does with this opportunity now that his number's been called.
Now the man who moved inside the NFC North, the former Packer, Aaron Jones.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Again, it's Jones. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll run the toss here with Jones. He is in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. He knocks it through. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath, play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks.
Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll try and run for the first down with Jones.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll get this complete to Trent Sherfield. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They look to run with Jones. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Setting up to throw. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Bears have it. Past midfield. To the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a mistake by the young quarterback in this defense gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments, but you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live to play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Wk12 now to return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll put Addison in motion. On the ground now with Jones. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be 3rd down.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. The Bears have Velus Jones deep to return. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now the former Eagle and Lion who's back in the NFC North, it's DeAndre Swift. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Swift. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So after that turnover on the opening drive, the last thing you'd want to do here, Mike, is go back on the field and just go 3 and out. So they pick up a 1st down. They're able to extend this possession. It's going to go a long way towards just settling everybody in that offensive huddle down and letting the rest of this game unfold.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Another run here, another run by Swift. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. Two minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Allen comes down with the big 1st down catch, and while he might be wearing a different uniform this year, it's clear for this Bears offense, they need him to be the same reliable weapon that he's always been. Be that safety blanket for the young rookie Caleb Williams, and so far he's done just that.
On the out, connected with Allen. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Back to the air one more time. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. He'll try to run with Swift. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Now he'll run. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 47 yards out. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Jones now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And will bring this to about the 34-yard line. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And as we see Rome Odunze come up with a nice completion, Mike, let's remember, he's only one of 2 guys to rank in the top 10 of college football in receiving yards each of the last 2 seasons. I mean, production, the ability to compete, high point the ball. I mean, those are all boxes that Odunze checks, and everyone around this Chicago Bears organization, they couldn't have been happier with the way this draft fell, and they think they have a superstar in the making here at wide receiver.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw out of the gun. Over the middle, that's Komet. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner, the quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown Bears. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are out to a 21-10 lead. Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Jefferson.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's quickly into the hands of Odunze on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Give up the middle with Swift. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Komet. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A run here with Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging, because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. 3rd down coming up.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. To the air once more is McCarthy. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now 2nd and 4. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Jordan Addison, touchdown Minnesota.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And It's not going to be easy.
Big spot here for the Vikings. They'll try to add on the two-point conversion.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing again is McCarthy. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So the deficit cut from 11 down to a field goal, as now they'll try an onside kick. Past midfield.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much happening there, just a short game. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.